Hey, what's up? It's Wick for Xiaomify, and today we're looking at the ADO A20 TXE, a pretty slick looking foldable electric bike from ADO. I've been taking it all over town for the last few weeks, so let's have a look. Let's go. In the box, we've got the bike, which is pretty much assembled already. There's some tools and, well, there's a rack that you could mount onto the back. I've actually received a pre-production model, that's why my box still says A20 instead of A20 TXE. First things first, let's look at its tech specs and let's go and take this thing for a ride. The A20 TXE is 155 by 53 by 110 centimeters in size, weighs in at about 22 kilograms. It's got 20-inch tires that are around 1.95 inch wide. It's got a 10.4 amp hour or 18,650 milliamp hour battery that powers its 36 volts 250 watts brushless gear DC motor. The motor can offer pedal assist up to 25 kilometers an hour in 3 steps. It's got a pedal assist range of around 75 to 80 kilometers, kind of depending on your weight and the terrain. It's got double champ mechanical disc brakes and front fork suspension. It's got Shimano 7-speed gears. On the steering handle, it's got a separate toggle to turn on the headlights. There you'll also find the G-Drive control panel, which allows you to turn the bike on and off, toggle between its 3 speed modes. But it will also display the current battery level in those little bars, and the range that you've driven, and the speed that you're driving at. And you'll find a little bell as well as the handbrakes. Got a USB port in the steering handle to power your phone, for example. The A20 TXE actually has a torque sensor which can measure how hard you're already pedaling. It will determine how much power the motor gives you to push. In other words, the harder you pedal, the more power it gives to the motor. If you pedal less hard, less power goes to the motor. Besides that, it's got a rack, which I was very happy to see. It's got a tail light that you'll need to turn on and off manually on the back though. And it's also nice to see that it's got some pretty good suspension on the saddle. That combined with the front wheel suspension makes it nice to drive over bumps. It's got all the right European CE certificates for the battery, reflectors, the lighting and tires, which makes it fully approved to be safe on the road in Europe. And last but not least, it can be fully folded up. You can also fold the pedals to make sure that these won't break when laying it down in a car, for example. Once it's folded up, you can actually take out its internal battery in case you want to charge that at home, but you can actually charge it with the battery inserted in the bike as well. So I've taken it out for some rides and well, how does it do? First, I was tempted to judge the bike on its smaller size, but it is quite convenient. I could set the saddle to the right height and then it rides super smooth. The front fork suspension in combination with the suspension on the saddle makes it quite comfy to ride. The A20 TXE has 3 speed modes. The first going up to 15 kilometers an hour, second to 20 kilometers an hour, and the third up to 25 km/h. Again, downtown Shanghai, I don't have many huge hills to test this on, but on the slopes that I've driven on my daily commute, I can really feel that the bike pushes a little bit harder when it notices that we're going up, and that's nice. The torque sensor gives the motor a more natural, actually a more gradual assist when pedaling. It won't turn the pedal assist on and off as abruptly and actually comes in a little bit smoother. You really don't have to push and the pedal assist will actually start moving you. You can really feel that. The brakes are also good, they're strong. As I mostly drive somewhere at the 25-26 kilometers an hour range, it's a must that it has good brakes. At night, I've been using it on some trips around town as well. And especially in these warm summer nights, it's nice to have a drive around town at night. And both the front as well as the tail light are strong. You can see it looks good. I've actually also brought it on a little trip outside of the city when I went to the north side of Pudong, and actually drove around a little bit there as well. And that was super convenient to be able to bring it with me and then drive around in that area, which is a lot more nature than I have here downtown. So yeah, overall, I've been happy using the A20 TXE. What are my first thoughts on the A20 TXE? after using it for just a few weeks now. Well, overall I'm impressed. Thus far I've only been using the DC300, also by ADO, as my first electric bike. This A20, being my, well, second electric bike ever, really surprised me, as it's not only a lot smaller than most bikes and, well, portable or foldable, it's actually convenient to ride. I love the suspension on both the front wheel as well as the saddle. It really makes for a smooth ride. The motor seemed good, giving me a really good pedal assist. Actually, I didn't really have to pedal much at all. Just literally moving your legs and that's it. Seem to do quite well when going up some slopes, for as far as I'm able to test that here in Shanghai. The display is good, the lights are good, and I love that it has this rear rack so that I can bring stuff with me on the bike. It's got some good brakes, which is important when you're going 25 kilometers an hour pretty much all the time, and I like that it's foldable. I can imagine a lot of people liking that, even just for storage, as when you put it in your garage or in your apartment, it is a lot smaller to store, so that's already a pretty big plus. I find it pretty hard to find something negative to say about the bike, as I was pleasantly surprised. Even though I first thought it would be too small, it's actually one of its key features for me now, and I kind of like it. So yeah, that's about it for the A20 TXE, one of the newest bikes from ADO. You can find it in their store. The price does change quite a bit, so I'm not gonna pinpoint the exact price, as well, in 2 weeks from now that might be a little bit different. So yeah, that's about it. So what do you guys think about the ADO A20 TXE? Is that something you want to go and pick up or not? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below this video. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, well, then know that you probably should. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see y'all soon. Peace.